Here today, the Gunditjmara and Gunditjmara people are doing a burn on Gunditjmara country at Kurtonitj IPA. It's on the Budj Bim lava flow, which was recently inscribed as a World Heritage Site. So a pretty significant place and important to our mob, and important that we continue customs such as burning. And our mob burnt this time of year, every year for thousands of years. And today we're doing a bit of a burn on the edge of a wetland, burning some tall sedge and some Phragmites reeds to keep it down and make it more livable for some of the other species that live out here, such as the Australasian bitten bird.
Burning is definitely important for the country, but it's got to be done the right way. If it's too hot, it burns habitat for other animals and things like that. So doing this sort of stuff collaboratively in partnership with the other organisations, with DELWP and the CMA, Gunditjmara, the more we can do this sort of stuff in a holistic fashion. I mean, water's connected to the country, and without it, can't sort of grow, and there's not much water in here at the moment, so hopefully this will sort of open up some of the channels and the weirs again as well and get the water flowing back through the traps.
We did some burning out here last year, and what it left behind after all the Phragmites was gone was just beautiful clear pools of water. And it really illustrates how big aquaculture is, because with a Phragmite you can't really gauge how big or deep the ponds are, so once the flame goes through, it sort of doubles the pond in size. We know, back in traditional times, the bush was a lot less cluttered and messy, so a good cultural burn goes through nice and low and slow, and it does all the right things.
All the where you see the Phragmites burn, they're all chains of little wetland deposits which have ridges of basalt from the lava flow in between. So it'll generally burn in the depressions down to where it gets a little bit damp, and it'll sort of put itself out.
Good chance they'll pick up some Kurtonitj reeds that are in this system as well, which are traditionally used for making weaving baskets, which will be good. Makes those plants a lot stronger and better to collect when they've regenerated, which will make a lot of the Gunditjmara weavers happy.
Helping the country get back to its healthy state, and it gives us an opportunity to fulfil some of our obligations as Gunditjmara, I guess, to obviously want to care for country, look after country, and this is a perfect opportunity for us to do so.
Well, as a Gunditjmara man, it makes me feel very happy to see this. It's very healing and cleansing for the country. It was good to light the fire with the traditional way with the sticks this morning as well. Creates a bit of kinship.
It was really good to see the mob being excited about using the stringy bark, making torches out of that, and then dragging that through through where we're going to burn and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that worked really well. I was really surprised. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised because that's what our ancestors did and what culture does, but it was good to see it happening. With cultural burn and then fire stick farming, it's good to see it being recognised and valued by government, by the agencies, by places like the CFA.
From a fire perspective, the partnerships and the way Forest Fire and regions have been working with the traditional owners across the state is improving, especially in a few different regions, especially down here at Gunditjmara country. It's really working well. The partnership's really strong. The communication, organisation, you can sort of see today, got a variety of agencies here all working together.
We all support each other, and it's a true partnership. Implementing parts of our Ween Yarkeen cultural burning plan, which we put together as a traditional owner group. So really excited to be at this stage and to keep the process moving forward with our cultural burning and doing it safely and doing it the right way and the right fire for the right country with the right conditions, and we do it with the best information and the best practice that we can get, and we get that from working with each other as different agencies, and eventually we'll get to a point where we can do burns on our own as a TO group nice and safely, and bring our next generation through and teach those guys how to burn safely as they grow up, but also continue to partner with different agencies such as the CMA and DELWP and help look after the biodiversity that's on the properties that we manage, which is really important to us.
I believe cultural burns or burns led by traditional owner groups could be the way to manage country. We want to reduce the fuel load on country here, and burns like this will help us, you know, prevent those wild bushfires from happening. I think the government is looking for a new approach, so partnerships between the department and us, I think, is a really good thing.
You regenerate when you come out here. It's rejuvenating. Your spirit lifts.
Yeah, I know even after a burn, you go home feeling, you know, pretty good, maybe cleansed as well. So yeah, it's a really good feeling, really positive feeling again to know that you may be fulfilling some obligations as a traditional custodian. I think is really important, and it helps me to maybe build a bit more capacity and on my identity as a Gunditjmara man. So yeah, it's a really good feeling.